sorted. Sorry, back in the room now. Hey, Izzy.
Perfect. Don't worry.
Hey, listen, sorry I was so awful at getting this organised, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I'm very grateful that you all have taken the time to speak to me today. So thank you for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Izzy. You should not try and organise it with Nate though in the future. I mean, he's not the best diary keeper.
We have a diary, and I rely on my diary for everything, but I don't often. I'm not very good at putting stuff in it. I kind of just hope everyone remembers, and I'm always the one who forgets. So
all the TikTok reminders of what time to post that and all that.
Exactly.
Prime time, yeah.
So should we get into the first question then?
Sure. Let's do it.
So I'm throwing it back to kind of touring with Julia and Little Mix back in 2019, which feels like a lifetime ago. But I was wondering, was there a highlight of that tour, those tours for you? And did you learn anything from those experiences of touring with kind of longer term artists?
I think the highlight, I guess, was just, I don't know, it sounds kind of cheesy, but like the whole thing, the experience of just getting to play like big venues like that, but also to be on a show with Julia, who we're such a big fan of, and then Little Mix as well, who are just absolutely killing it and have been for the past 10 years, is amazing. Yeah, that was, it's hard to think of a highlight when you're.
I think we said this in an interview quite recently, but I think the main thing you get from touring with acts like that is that you kind of see how they do it and how they, what their day-to-day life is like when they're on the road, how they kind of, how they do things. Yeah. So we learned a lot from Julia and Little Mix, like from that kind of aspect. And then highlight, I mean, just getting to do shows and like, going to do amazing venues that we'd never played before. And I think that was the highlight.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Dublin Olympia with Julia was that
was good.
That might have been a highlight. Obviously, 3 Arena, that's in our sights one day, but Olympia, because we're coming back in November, that's pretty special.
I know the Olympia is definitely just an experience. It's such an amazing venue, so it'll be great when touring's eventually allowed to resume and we can all get that gig in. But then it's a similar question, but what's your kind of favorite thing about being on the stage? Like, is there a color that describes that feeling for you?
That's a good question, actually.
Like
we spent a bit of time talking about this, don't we?
What's it called?
It's not
synesthesia. I think it is synesthesia.
Yeah.
We do this with songs. Whenever we pick the lights for like a song, Happy Ever After You feels kind of yellow.
Yellow,
so it has to be
yellow. Of course.
I don't know. It's a really good feeling. I mean, it's kind of just it's our favorite place to be. Where we can just play our music and have people that love that music sing it back. And, it's just a nice environment to be in. So
I think people singing it back, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got in-ear monitors in, but we always when there's a bit that's like a sing along bit, we take them out and just getting to hear people sing your lyrics back, especially the last tour, Dublin and Glasgow, were so loud.
Oh, they were amazing.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a goosebumps moment then in those two cities. Yeah, that's pretty special.
I was trying to think what colour I would assign it, and
the whole thing.
I think like I don't think I do that with experience. I think I do it more with like music. Because I can't really pin a colour on it.
I can't pin. It's all kinds of colours.
Yeah.
Sad moments in this set, and then you get like happy moments, and it all kind of becomes one.
Places have a colour in my head. Essentially.
Yeah. So what, for example, Dublin, was there a colour that described the experience of playing the Academy and what that was like?
Yellow.
Was it really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like red and
kind of
green.
like.
Mine be green or blue.
Yeah.
Different.
Okay,
there you go.
Do you have
I like that. Got to have a range in. That's good. And then another one was kind of about, you've obviously started moving more so into producing your own work. So I was wondering, what's been kind of the most rewarding side of writing and producing your own music? Like, what's that experience been like?
One thing that feels really good from doing it yourself is just, obviously we have a pretty strong sense of what we like and what we want to put down in our songs, and we now kind of have the free reign to just do that. Like, we don't have to wait and like have someone else kind of do it.
That's one of the best bits, isn't it? Not having to wait.
Yeah, we're so impatient, and it's like, when you can just go upstairs and sit in the studio and just I want this to be on there, and do it yourself, and it takes 5 minutes, close to 5 days.
That probably is the best bit, isn't it?
Yeah. What's also rewarding is definitely like how our demos, we listened to some of the earlier demos that we made, and they sound pretty terrible. And now you listen to our ones, like our most recent, and they've just come on so much.
Yeah,
We'll
to
probably
see that
look back
growth.
in another year and say,
What
God, do you remember
were we
that?
thinking?
But no, it's
Yeah.
but tracking the progress like that is really, that's quite rewarding.
Yeah, that must be an amazing feeling, just to kind of see how in such a short space of time how far you've come along with that, and to be able to just easily access when you have ideas or inspirations, just being able to get that down. And yeah, that's a really good one. On the flip side, have there been any kind of challenges to that, or any struggles you've had in regards to producing and writing?
It's definitely taken a little bit longer to get songs finished, would you say?
It's you know what, one thing that we had to do was kind of separate the two.
Yeah.
For us, kind of writing and producing they're definitely two separate things. We say producing, and to be honest with you, what we're doing more is kind of recording it and kind of just, I'd say, because production is definitely it's an art form.
Yeah.
And we're I don't think we could call ourselves producers, but we like to write a song, get it down on voice memos, and kind of fill it out just on acoustic guitars, and then from that point take it to the studio, record it, and just use kind of recording to elevate it a little bit, to mean that you can send it to anyone and it doesn't sound like a voice memo, basically.
Definitely.
And then we can add drums and stuff like that, but it's, we try to keep it simple enough so you can just hear the song, and so you're not getting distracted by production bits. That's kind of
that's definitely, because I think once you get that bass down, then you can work up from there, but just initially getting that is, that's
less is more.
Pardon?
Less is more.
Yeah, I think it's such a fine line. You can so easily overdo it, and I think some of the most clever songs are much more stripped back than like these really overly produced songs. So that's a really interesting answer. And then in regards to the songwriting, Pasta obviously has blown up massively, and that kind of message I think resonates with so many people. So I was wondering, in terms of future work, are there any kind of themes or ideas similar to kind of body positivity, etc., that you'd like to spread in future work?
It's definitely something that we might revisit. One thing is that we never want to force it. We don't want it ever to come across kind of contrived. And I guess that's kind of why Pasta worked, is because it felt quite honest. But yeah, I mean, we want to keep speaking about those kind of things, because it's really important. And so I mean, maybe
definitely some positive. We're writing a lot of positive songs as well, so I think that kind of
that'll be interesting.
See, you don't believe us, do you? I can tell this.
So I'm used to the sad bangers. It'll be a contrast to get all of the positive, upbeat ones.
There's a few of those too, so don't worry.
That's good. That's good. Got to get them in. But that's definitely important, not to kind of have that like it be all forced. I think that's one of the things that's been really coming through in your music, is that it's all very natural and just it happens quite organically. So I think that's a good answer. Okay, so then this one's just kind of, they're two very different forms of art, but I was wondering, would you rather only be able to write music but never perform again, or only be able to perform the music you've already released but not write any new songs?
That's a really good question. That's a nasty question. Actually,
God. I'll
you got an answer?
It's so hard, isn't it? I was tempted to say writing, because then I'd make money. But I'll say performing, just because I've kind of been doing that much longer, and it feels quite natural to me. So I think performing, I just love that feeling so much. I'd probably like to. But I mean,
I think
it's really tricky.
I mean, it's a really difficult question, because like they really do go hand in hand. You get excited when you write a good song, because you're excited about the feeling of playing it to people, and then they're kind of receiving it.
Think about the publishing though.
The publishing. I think I'd have to say songwriting, because I think without it being our songs, I don't think it would feel as special to play them live.
And I suppose the songwriting's a bit of a release as well, a way to articulate thoughts, etc.
Exactly, it's a bit of a
Yeah.
therapy thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this because performing is obviously kind of like you just said, like it's kind of where the release is.
Yeah.
But I kind of think I'd like to probably work on writing a bit more. So
Yeah.
it'd be a shame to give that up now. So I'll probably say writing.
Yeah. I just wanted to add that one in just as a little challenge question because I think it's difficult. It's such a difficult question. Yeah, yeah. No, I think definitely because they're both such kind of cathartic, therapeutic releases, and it's a tough one, but I like those answers. And Ryan's about the money.
So what's
And
been
then,
about?
of course. And then it's different, but is there a song that you think best describes each of you as individuals? Like, is there a song that's not written by you that best sums you up?
Rainbow Connection, Kermit the Frog.
That's Nathan.
I
would say
I
that's probably
listened
Nathan.
to that a lot over the weekend.
Yeah.
Very, very good song.
That's a
Do you know
very
what?
good
It's quite
choice.
wholesome. Quite a wholesome guy.
It's wholesome. I like rainbows.
Yeah.
So I don't want to nick your
No,
one.
I was actually saying that.
Right, okay.
I might say Somewhere Over the Rainbow because I like to
He
distance
likes
myself
rainbows
from
too.
you.
He likes
Nice. Very rainbow theme. I like that.
Oh,
But
God,
the
wow.
Israel Chemical, Wawale or whatever is the Hawaiian guy. I'll play it to you.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
It's
Yeah,
really
I
pretty.
think I'll have to go with Dancing Queen probably because I am a queen.
The
and I'm
dancing queen.
sick dancing. Yeah.
They're very good answers. Yeah, very. I think they are all very representative of you all. I think
Did you have any in mind before you asked that question? Or
That's a good question.
I mean, I didn't expect any less. They're good answers. They're good
Okay.
answers.
Baby Monkey, you know.
Wait, what's the other one that was in Extras with Ricky Gervais? Or not Extras? The one
David Bowie played.
no, the hamster. It was like a hamster on a tangerine or something.
Oh yeah, sorry, and Derek. Yeah,
Yeah.
similar sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Baby monkey,
Sorry.
hamster on a wheel or something.
Hamster on a wheel.
Yeah.
Tangent. Sorry.
Nice. Nice.
Pig Bridge. There's another one. Guinea Pig Bridge.
Guinea pig bridge.
Big hit, that one.
Oh God. Yeah. No. Good answers. I like the rainbow theme as well throughout them. Very nice.
We're sticking with the
Yeah. Yeah. But then moving on to the next thing is about you've grown extremely quickly for 3 start outs, and that's amazing. When you think of each other and kind of the last couple of years you've spent together, what's the first thing that comes into your head when you think of the others?
Purgatory. What? Nothing. A very tenuous joke, which I won't go into.
2 in a row.
Yeah. No, it's been very fun.
What's the first thing we think of each other?
Just
Cool,
man.
It's difficult to think of any. I don't really rate these guys, so it's difficult to think of any.
Alec.
Are you doing this individually?
I think that's kind of it.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that sorry? Is that what you meant individually? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. God, I'm kind of like.
Well,
You've
okay.
grown a lot.
Al has grown the most
Al has
because
grown the
he
most.
was the youngest when we started the band.
True.
He's like man baby.
Yeah,
He's a man
he
baby.
really was.
It's kind of the annoying cousin dynamic. It's like, yeah, it's nice hanging out with them, and then it's just like exhausting after a while. That was me.
I need space. Like, get away.
You know what? Like, obviously, in the time since we started the band, other than maybe like 2 months or so over the first bit of lockdown where we worked together, we've been together the whole time.
Yeah.
Living together, touring together, everything. So this is going to sound really soppy, but we have gone from being 3 people who didn't really know each other at all to kind of like
Best friends.
brothers. You know,
Yeah.
you become a family, don't
Sorry.
you? Yeah,
I have one.
I know it myself.
I have one. Nathan is a lot weirder than everyone.
So yeah, this needs to be released to the public. This guy puts on a really good face.
Exposing me. This is not.
You can't.
He
can't
seems
buy into
normal
it.
sometimes. Yeah, no, that kind of sums it up. I mean,
Same with you. I think honestly, all of us. I think we've grown a lot in this band. So yeah, that's been.
Yeah. Yeah, that is nice because I think like it's been so. I think because we've all been a part of the journey almost from the beginning as well. It's been really nice to kind of see how far you've all come along and like as cringy as that is, like it's true. So I think even in terms of the music from the very beginning to now, there's been such a progression and such a growth in such a short space of time. So, and playing, you know, venues like the Olympia in November, like that's insane. So I think, yeah, they're good answers.
It's exciting,
It's very
yeah.
sweet.
I mean,
Very cute.
we've got some great fans as well.
Yeah.
That really helps.
Yeah. And then from day one of being New Rules, what has been your biggest standout moment, either collectively or individually? Like, do you all have kind of a standout moment from the past couple of years?
There's been different ones. I mean, Little Mix Arena tour, crazy. Mexico and the Philippines.
Yeah.
There was that whole kind of gap. It was over like probably about 4 months or so, where it was just like our lives were just nuts for about 4 months. It was touring with Little Mix, got, like Ryan said, Philippines,
headline.
Mexico headline tour. It all went very quickly, so like it's really quite difficult to pinpoint it to one thing.
Yeah.
In my head, at least, I don't know about you boys. It's kind of that whole gap of time was weird.
I was actually going to say, when we came back, when we were back together in 2020 in July, we were starting to write and produce, well, record.
Yeah.
By I don't know, that felt for me like quite a defining moment, because it was kind of just, as you were saying, we were kind of rushed into everything and we did a lot in a short amount of time. And in that time, we weren't given a lot of, I guess, freedom to figure out who we were exactly.
Yeah.
And then back,
we were too busy, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. we came back after 2020. We had like 4 months to kind of just decompress and figure things out. And, as an entity, as New Rules, the three of us, I felt like we'd really kind of found who we wanted to be and where we wanted to go with that. So that felt like a good
it was very
moment.
important actually, that period of time. It was in a funny way for our band. It was a blessing that everything went on pause, because like Al said, we did need a bit of time to play catch up.
Yeah. I think that's actually a really good answer, because I think when all of that was happening from the period of about September to December time, it was all just go, 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 and there was no kind of breathing point. So having that time away to kind of figure out your sound and figure out where the direction of the band could go, I think that was a really good timing, and like you said, a blessing in disguise, just to figure things out. So that's actually I think that's a different but really good answer. Yeah. And then it kind of connects to that of the biggest lesson you've learned, but what has been your kind of, over the past couple of years, what's been the biggest lesson you've learned as you've grown, and can you pinpoint one?
There's lots of little things, isn't there, that we've learned that we do now that we didn't do at the start, that definitely like help. Keeping a notebook, making a list for the day. That's a good one. I mean, that's kind of like,
there's been a few things in lockdown that I've kind of like noticed of like, oh, okay, that's how you do lockdown properly.
Yeah.
Eat well, sleep a lot.
Yeah. You don't need to tweet everything you think as well. That's another one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one though. When Ryan just said, because on tour again, we definitely went through it. I mean, it's quite difficult to be healthy on tour, because a lot of like weird kind of timings. You're waking up, going to sleep at weird times.
Yeah.
And then, you know, everything's closed when you want to get food, so you end up eating rubbish. It's really difficult to kind of be like disciplined. And I think next time round, when we're on our next tour, I think that'll be a big difference. I think we're going to spend a lot more attention on getting that right, because it's definitely important. And we've noticed afterwards, we felt like, I felt like shit before. Now I feel good. The difference is I'm actually sleeping and stuff. So
now you've had those couple experiences, you kind of know how you can approach tour next time, and make sure you're looking after yourselves as well as having amazing experiences.
100%.
I think another lesson as well is just to like be sound to people, be nice, because there's so many like producers and writers and stuff, and lots like and artists as well, obviously, like loads that we've met, and we've just been like, you notice when people go make the effort, really nice with you, you remember that. And I think a lot of like writers and stuff that we've worked with who are the nicest ones are now doing the best.
And
it's definitely linked, you know.
Definitely. That's a really, really good one, because it is so important, and you do pick up on how someone treats you. Like if someone treats you really badly, then they're less likely to go anywhere. Whereas when you're kind and, you know, are truly promoting, for example, the right sort of messages, they go the extra mile, and everyone then around them reciprocates that. So I think that's actually a really good message to take away from kind of the past few years and just the music industry as a whole.
Yeah,
For sure.
Manners cost nothing.
Yes, so true, so true.
Everyone's had a hard time recently as well, the past few years. Just, you know, give them a break.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you notice the kind of little things of how someone treats you significantly more, like when, especially over the past year, when people have struggled a lot as well. So yeah, definitely. And then kind of the flip side to that is when you've been reflecting on what you were at the beginning, and even when you were younger, what advice would you offer to your younger selves, or say looking back at your 16-year-old selves, what would you say to them if you could?
Start writing songs earlier.
Yeah, that's the one. And learn how to record earlier. I feel like I'd be like, we'd all be so much better at production if we just started a little bit earlier.
Just stop saying you'll do it tomorrow. There are a lot of things we'd be like, I'll do it another time, or I'll wait. But then suddenly you're 20 years old.
Yeah. You
know.
procrastination a lot.
Yeah, it's when you got time, you know, because I think when I was younger, I didn't appreciate how much just free time I had. Like weekends were always just free, like afternoons after school. If I knew that what I know now, I would have done so much with that time.
Yeah.
Because it's like there isn't even like when we're stuck home and there's a pandemic on, there just aren't enough hours in the day. There's always more to do. So that's a big one, I think.
Yeah, I think because it's so easy to, like Alex said, just say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I can push that back. That's tomorrow's problem. Whereas if you kind of knew the importance of the time and used it more productively, like there's so much more you can achieve. So I think if
it's something you enjoy and you're passionate about, then push yourself, you know. Don't half-arse it. Go for it, you know?
Yeah, put in your all, and the results will follow.
100%.
And then there's a lot, I reckon, in the pipelines for what's to come. And I know there's probably not too much you can say, but I was wondering if there are 3 words that you can describe what's to come with. Like, what can we expect in the future?
A word each.
I was gonna say new rules.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay, I like that.
Or something like that.
I like
a new rules 2.0 kind of vibe.
That's a good one.
Newer rules.
And there's lots of things, as you said, we can't tell you about that, like make up the fact that it's going to be like a new kind of.
There's going to be a few changes around.
There's going to be a few changes around here. I think that is a.
And
it's all good. It's all good things.
Some really good stuff has happened over this time, and we can't tell you guys about all of it yet. But, it won't be long.
That's why we're not freaking out and panicking. We're like, it's all gonna be worth it. So
that's it. I think because there's the timing. You don't want to rush into it and then not do it the way you want to do it. So I think that's interesting that there'll be lots of new stuff in the future that we can expect and look forward to. So
please tell everyone else that.
I will do, and I won't use the word soon, because that is one word that everyone uses far too much. And so I think
I think everyone does it sometimes, don't they?
Yeah. I think
say sometimes and then announce it like the next day, and people are like, "Oh, that's you actually meant soon."
Yeah, I know, because soon in terms of the music industry can be 2 weeks, or it can be 2 months, or it's such a fans don't appreciate that word, I don't think, but no, it'll be good kind of to see I think like we've talked about, the growth of where the band's gone, and kind of where, like, as you figured out your sound more. So it'll be exciting to see what's to come. And And then my final question for you is about kind of a bucket list / a 5 years plan. Where would you like to be in 5 years' time? And do you kind of have bucket list things that you'd like to achieve?
Ooh,
5 years.
Barbados.
Yeah, I was going to say something. Yeah.
On the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's up for a holiday.
Nathan, you'll have your beach bar.
Yes, that's my goal at some point. I want to open a beach bar.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And we could run a studio out in Barbados.
Well, I was
as
just
well.
thinking
That could be fun,
we have like an
yeah.
Airbnb or like somewhere we're staying, writing in Barbados, and we don't pay for anything.
This is after the stadium tour, right? This is in the break.
Yeah.
Sorry, stadium tour.
This isn't further down the line. Yeah.
I think yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
I like the way you said it the last time.
Our answer is always the same to this question. Basically, we absolutely love what we do and very, very passionate about what we do.
Yeah.
And anyone who's passionate about something wants to be the best at it. So we want to get as far as we can go. We want to get to the top.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a good aim. That's a good aim.
Not sleep.
Yeah. No, I think if you continue the way you are, I think there's a lot of exciting things to follow, and we're all very excited about it and looking forward to seeing where you'll go. So yeah, the Barbados dream, that's a great one, and in terms of music, there'll be a lot to come. So yeah, it'll be great.
There's a lot of music. Again, I won't say the word, but
the dreaded word. Yeah, no, well, thank you so much for talking to me today about everything. I really appreciate it, and yeah, hopefully we'll be back on the road soon enough. And
absolutely,
yeah.
Great questions, Izzy.
Yeah, really good questions.
Really enjoyed that.
I'm glad. Thank you. I wanted to ask a couple tricky ones. And
you know what? Honestly, like one of the most interesting ones we've done in a while, actually.
Thank you very much. No, I really appreciate that, and thank you. It was lovely to catch up with you all.
Likewise. Really nice to see you, and see you
soon. Thank you.
See you. Have a lovely day.
And you. Bye.